Nippon Hoso Podcast Station.
Let's get into today's phrase. だって切りたくなかったんだもん。赤い糸は新一とつながってるかもしれないでしょ。 Do you believe in 赤い糸？ 運命の赤い糸。じゃあ遠いとこいいんじゃないですか。Maybe like super far away. Like my string might be like super long. Oh no! I think he's losing circulation. Anime English Club with Sal Yamaki. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 17 of the Anime English Club. I'm your host Sal Yamaki. よろしくお願いします。メールがあります。ででん。ラジオネームゆうゆうさんからいただきました。ありがとうございます。私は数年前まで英語にすごく苦手意識がありました。とあるきっかけで英語の勉強を始めようとしたものの、中途半端な感じでした。サリー AEC が始まってからは、アニメから英語を勉強するということもあり、楽しく勉強させてもらっています。単純に、この日本語を英語にするとこれだけではなく、ピックアップした単語の語源や発音の仕方など、派生するように様々な角度から教えてくれるので、とても興味が湧きやすく、勉強の意欲が保たれています。本当に勉強にちゃんとなってる？私は怖いよ。慣れてるかな？あれです。全部、吸収しようと思わないくて大丈夫ですね。本当ワンエピソード、1個なんか、ワンフレーズ覚えて帰ってくれたらいいなと思うんですけど、まあ、ワンエピソード、ワンフレーズって言ってますけど、ワンエピソード、ワンフレーズしかしてないですね、そもそもが。じゃあ全部覚えて帰ってってください。はい。週1だからできるよね。7日間あるんだよ。7日間でワンフレーズ覚えられなかったらもう終わりだ。はい。ということで、ワンフレーズ頑張りましょうね。ファイティング。ということで、let's get into today's episode. Today we're starting a two-part series exploring Detective Conan. 名探偵コナン。真実はいつも一つ。はい。Detective Conan was created by Gosho Aoyama and began serialization in Weekly Shonen Sunday in 1994. I wasn't even born. Wow. The anime adaptation premiered in 1996. Once again, I wasn't born. And has been airing ever since. The series has become a massive global phenomenon, with the manga reaching over 270 million copies in circulation worldwide and celebrating its 30th anniversary in 2024. Wow. All right, so Detective Conan. Before I explain Detective Conan has two titles in English. It's either Detective Conan or Case Closed. But this week, we are going to be using Detective Conan as the title from here on out ですね。はい。では行きましょう。The story follows high school detective Shinichi who is transformed into a child after being poisoned by a mysterious criminal organization known as the Black Organization. Now living under the identity of Conan Edogawa, he continues solving cases while secretly searching for a way to return to his original form. The series masterfully combines mystery, romance, and action, with the creator defining it as a murder love comedy manga. Hi. If I was Conan, I would not be looking for a way to go back to my 17-year-old self. Can you imagine? So already Shinichi Kudo is being praised for being this super smart detective as a 17-year-old. Can you imagine the praise you would get as like a child while having the same knowledge as Shinichi Kudo? I'd be, yeah, the fame you would get. So I would pretend that I'm still a child, be like, yeah, I'm smarter than Shinichi Kudo. And yeah, I would start over my life and, So, props to Shinichi though, yeah, for wanting to go back to his 17-year-old self. But also, again, I wouldn't want to go through the whole entire educational system again, so maybe I would want to go back actually. Take back my words. I don't ever want to go back to school ever again. But if you are in school right now, stay in school because it is very important. So education is very important. But if you've already graduated, I don't ever want to go back. Let's never go back. All right. For our first episode, we're diving into Detective Conan, the time-bombed skyscraper, or 時計仕掛けの摩天楼 the very first theatrical film in the beloved series. Let's get into today's phrase. This is from Lang Mori. はい。こちらです。だって切りたくなかったんだもん。赤い糸は新一とつながってるかもしれないでしょ? In English, it's I didn't want to cut it. After all, Shinichi and I might be connected. So this line comes during the film's climactic bomb disposal scene, where Lan finds herself alone trying to defuse a complex bomb with only Conan's voice guidance over the phone. So she has to choose between cutting a red wire or a blue wire, a decision that could save or destroy everything. The red wire reminds her of the Japanese concept of the red thread of fate. And in this terrifying moment, she reveals her deepest feelings about her connection to Shinichi. Really? Like, right as you're about to die, you're like, red or blue? Huh. I mean, red might be connected to the love of my life, so let's not cut it. No, I'd be like, no, how much time do we have? So, that is crazy that she was so calm throughout this whole entire thing. She was like, let's talk about love. But yeah, I mean, you can tell she loves him that much, but you should watch the movie. It's so good. It's one of my favorite movies, so yes. Hi. So let's look into the vocab. So this line shows how translation can both preserve and lose cultural meaning. So let's break it down. Hi. So the phrase, I didn't want to cut it. After all, Shinichi and I might be connected. So the phrase I want to pick up or have you guys learn is after all. Hi. This phrase, I don't really hear a lot of Japanese people using it. Like they usually use because とかなんだろう in the end とか it has the same nuance, but this is just like another variation that you can use. After all, yeah, it's just a variation to because or in the end, you know, it just like wraps everything up. はい after all ですね。はい how would I use it not in this context? After all. For instance, there was was it a myth or people were saying that the world was gonna end in July 5th in Japan. Like it was like everywhere. The social media was like, oh my gosh, Japan's gonna end July 5th. But yeah, so if that was actually the case and how you would use this phrase in that case. So if my friends were like, Sally, why are you using so much money on an acrylic stand once again? I mean, we're like, it doesn't matter. We're all gonna die on July 5th after all. So I don't have to save money. You can use it in that case as well. Like, we're gonna die anyway. Like, oh, so I guess anyway is also another phrase. Like, we're gonna die anyway, or we're gonna die after all. Like, you know. So anyway, because in the end, you can use it all in that context. Hi. The next is might be. So might be isn't a very hard phrase. It's just not a phrase that a lot of Japanese people use. So they tend to use the word maybe or could be a lot. It does have the same nuance, but there's a slight difference, right? So in this case, I might be connected, like Shinichi and I might be connected. So it expresses uncertainty, but a little bit of hope. Whereas in maybe, it's like, maybe Shinichi and I are connected. Like, it's kind of just like a thought that she has, but if by using might be, there's a little bit of hope in it. Hi. So might be, how would I use it? So this week's manga might be delayed because the author got arrested. Hi. That's also might be. But in that case, but if we use maybe this week's episode is delayed because the author got arrested, there's like a slight difference, right? Like it might be delayed or maybe it's delayed. Maybe it's delayed. It's like it's looking for a reason why it's delayed. It might be is like it's not delayed yet, but they're saying that it is a possible thing that might happen. So yeah, it has a different meaning behind it. Might be and maybe. So based depending on where you use it. This. And next is the missing cultural concept. Hi. So in the English translation, they cut out the most important part. So in the Japanese phrase, 赤い糸は新一とつながってるかもしれないでしょ? If you just translate it, it's the red thread or the red line might be connected to Shinichi. I'm just gonna say, by cutting out the phrase 赤い糸, it literally takes out the whole entire meaning of this movie. Literally the whole entire experience, like, it's gone by cutting out 赤い糸. So I just want to talk about the importance of it. So we're gonna move on, but we're gonna go to pronunciation first. Hi. So this week's pronunciation, the phrase is だって切りたくなかったんだもん。赤い糸は新一とつながってるかもしれないでしょ? In English, I didn't want to cut it. After all, Shinichi and I might be connected. I didn't want to cut it. After all, Shinichi and I might be connected. はい。Pronunciation. I would say want to, like I didn't want to cut it. I would say wanna. Want to. Want to もいいんですけど、speaking 喋る言葉だったら W-A-N-N-A wanna にしても発音しやすいかなって思います。I didn't wanna cut it. Want to. Like if you say want to fast, it sounds like wanna anyway, so I don't wanna cut it. Want to じゃなくて wanna ですね。あとは after all. After all もI use this explanation a lot in the pronunciation, but all, again, pretend like you have something in your mouth and you're not, like, you're trying not to spit it out. Like, you have something here, like, all. After all. ですね. All. Do you hear a slight U in it? Like, after all? Like, not, like a U.
You? Where?
In the all. After all. After all.
うんうん。
ですよね. Yeah, so pretend like there's a little U in it as well, like, after all. And might be connected. Connected. Might be. Might be. Might. Is the T silent? Might be. Might be. No. No, don't make it that silent. Might be. Might. Silence the T, but put a ちっちゃいつ in the might. Like, might be. Like, don't say might be. Be like, might be. So pretend you're being swallowed up into the air, like shoop って感じ, and you turn really small, like might be ですね. Swallowed up. After all, and might be connected. Connected. 難しいですか? Connected.
Connected.
あ、こうなんですね. No, Yeah, connected. Yes. Connected じゃなくて connected. かですね. かで pronounce してくれたらいけます。
アニメイングリッシュクラブ with サリーアマキ。
The culture context. Hi. So, 赤い糸. The concept of 赤い糸 is so deeply rooted in Japanese culture, but it's completely foreign to English speakers. So, in Japanese, there's an individual red thread that connects people who are destined to be together, or soulmates, if you will. 運命の赤い糸ですね. So it doesn't matter how far apart they are or what obstacles they face, this thread will always bring them together. So cute. And for Nang, seeing that red wire isn't just about the bomb. It's about fate, destiny, and her unbreakable bond with Shinichi. And the English version captures her emotional reluctance, but completely loses this deeper cultural symbolism. So the bomb, there's a blue wire and a red wire in front of her, and she didn't want to cut the red wire because she was like, I don't know, like, you know, it makes me feel like I'm gonna cut the red string of fate with Shinichi, and so she cut the blue wire. But in the English translation, it was just like, I don't want to cut it. After all, Shinichi and I might be connected, which doesn't make any sense because she cut a wire anyway. Like, what do you mean you're not connected with Shinichi and the blue wire? Why is that? But they didn't explain it in the cultural context. So if you watch the movie again while knowing 運命の赤い糸, it becomes so much deeper. Do you believe in 赤い糸? Like 運命の赤い糸. Do you think there is such thing as like a red string of fate? I hope, because I'm not going to put myself out there and find love, okay? That is too much work. I hope there's a string of fate that brings somebody together. That's the kind of mentality I have. I'm not gonna go out and put myself into like the dating scene. I heard it's brutal out there. I heard the dating scene right now is brutal. It's brutal. In Japan as well, guys. Okay. My friends from America tell me that it's brutal as well, but in Japan it's brutal. The dating scene はその恋愛をしようとしている方々. So people who are trying to date each other.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's brutal.
Why brutal?
There's nobody good out there. Any good people out there are already married or are in a relationship. And so whoever isn't and who are in the dating scene that my friends are trying to choose from, I heard it's brutal. Like I heard it's terrible. But also again, also people in relationships, I also hear that it's brutal. So I just think love is brutal. Why? Why do we love? Why is that a necessity to humans? I don't think it's a necessity. We don't need it. But yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I don't want to go out there. I don't. It's a scary world out there. Like, like I heard it's scary. I heard it's so scary. So I don't want to go out there. But I want to believe that there is a string of fate out there that's already connected somewhere. Let me just. めっちゃ遠いとこいいんじゃないですか? Like maybe he's like super far away. Like my string might be like super long. Like that's the only explanation I would have for it to take this long. Oh no! My pinky's losing circulation. 血が止まっちゃうよ。ごめん。危な。小指取れるとこでした。巻きすぎた。But anyway, so in Japan, there's like actually a visual representation, or like, for instance, the red string of fate. There is a word that makes you imagine something, but in I guess for English speakers, there's not like a visual representation for something that expresses this idea of destiny or fate. So the phrases we would use, for instance, soulmates. 運命の人とかですね。soulmates, meant to be とか。運命づけられているとか written in the stars とか星に刻まれている、あんま使わないですけどね、相当キザですよ。We're written in the stars. No, we're not. Tokyo doesn't have any stars, okay? 本当東京ないですよね、星。You guys would be surprised if you come to Tokyo. You look up in the like sky, there are literally no stars. None whatsoever. はい。none whatsoever もう結構使うフレーズなんですけど、本当にないみたいな感じの、もうありません、丸、終わりみたいな、もう none whatsoever もうぜひ使ってください。結構強調されて楽しくて使っちゃいます。none whatsoever。はい。とか Fate brought us together。運命が私たちを結びつけたんだよ。そんな言ってくれる人本当にいいんですか？ Or finding your other half。もう片方の半分を見つける。相方を見つけるみたいなですね。君と出会うまで僕は何か欠けてる気がしてよみたいな感じですね。Finding your other half. That's crazy. And two hearts beating as one. 二つの心が一つになって行動するっていうことですね。だから本当どっち最後に言った Finding your other half and two hearts beating as one は本当に君といることによって自分が一つフルっていうんですかになったよみたいな、なんか完成されたみたいな感じですね。よくないと思います、そういう声。Like like having the feeling of like the mentality of being complete once you find somebody, I don't think that's good. You should be complete on your own. Like, you know, two completed people should get together to just have fun, you know? Because, なんだろう。そういうところから依存って始まるんですよ。なんか、あなたがいなきゃみたいな。私は、完璧じゃないみたいな考えがなるので、この最後の Finding your other half to two hearts beating as one は、そう、私は反対です。一人でも生きていける二人が、でも、一人でも生きていけるけど、それでも、あなたと一緒にいたいんです、みたいな感じの、あ、こうやってゼクシーの、あれって生まれたんですね、キャッチコピー。なんか、結婚しなくてもいい世の中でも、あなたと結婚したいのですっていう。あ、そうなんですね。こういうのから始まった。わあ、私、ちょっと、AAC はゼクシーの提供のもとお送りしてしたいです。AAC はゼクシーの提供のもとお送りしたいです。してないですけど、したいです。願望だけは寄せてください。はい。すごいね。なんか、でも、欠けてないよ、あなたは。なんだろう、これ。はい。でも本当に、そう、めっちゃ日本語で話しちゃってた。So, in English, everything is like an idea, or it comes from like feelings, you know, like soulmates, like it comes like the soul, like you can really see a soul とか、なんか fate とかなんですけど、in Japanese, they use like something that can have a visual representation, like you can imagine it. You can imagine what it would look like right in front of you. And if you go to a lot of the shrines or temples, and if you buy the omamori that you can get at temples or shrines, and this lucky charm omamori, there is a specific one for basically every category. Like if you want to go into like a good university, there is omamori for like studies, and there's omamori for like health and everything. And usually for these omamoris about love or connection, there is a red ribbon on it, which, you know, showcases like the red thread of fate. ですね。はい。So if you ever come to Japan, please stop by the temples. And also, there's a lot of scenes in movies and animes where couples, one-sided love, one person would be like, oh my gosh, we're connected by like a red string of fate. The other person who doesn't like this person back would be like, you know, like they would pretend to cut like this imaginary red thread in front of them. Yeah, it's really fun, so you should do it. Like if somebody confesses to you, be like, we're meant to be. You can just be like pulling out your middle finger, not your middle finger, oh my gosh, pull out your pinky finger. You could pull out your middle finger as well. It kind of has the same meaning, it doesn't matter, but point out your pinky finger and pretend you're like cutting a thread in the air. Yeah, or point out your middle finger, whatever you like, I don't know. Hi, this, whatever is your cup of tea. Whatever is your cup of tea.はもうこれもフレーズなんですけどよく使うその cup of tea あなたの好きなようになんかあなたが好きな方を選んでいいよは cup of tea は好きな本当紅茶の一杯っていう意味なんですけどこれとこれすればいいじゃんみたいな提供なんかアイディアを私とするじゃないですか。そしたらでも結局、あなたが選ぶ紅茶の味だけどねみたいな感じのなんか whatever is your cup of tea みたいななんかね、相談とかになった時にいろいろ言うけどどれ選んでもいいよみたいなあなたが一番選びたいもの選んでねっていう時にそういうおしゃれな言い方するんですよね whatever is your cup of tea or whatever floats your boat とかも言いますねその whatever floats your boat はその船が浮くなら何でもいいんじゃないみたいなあなたの船が浮くものを選びなよみたいな感じのあなたにとって一番なんかそれがいい方法っていうのがその2種類ありますねということで That's it for this episode of the Anime English Club. Next episode, we'll continue our Detective Conan or Case Closed series with another fascinating line that is a new way of confessing your love to someone. We're going to talk about love again. Nothing about detectives or anything, even though we're covering Detective Conan. We're going to talk about love all the way. はい。 You can listen to Anime English Club as a podcast and on YouTube, where you can follow along with transcripts and subtitles. You can adjust the speed however you want and listen as many times as you need to get comfortable with English. Listening over and over is really the key to mastering any language. For Japanese and English subtitles, go to youtube.com/@anime-english-club or just search by the title. And the Anime English Club wants to hear from you. No, not you. You. Yes, you. Any anime you'd like us to cover, any phrases that you'd want us to say. If you pick a phrase, please tell us what series and what episode it's from as well. And any general English questions or grammar questions, anything is welcome. Please email us at aec@1242.com. That is aec@1242.com. You can email me in either Japanese or English. メールは日本語でも英語でも大丈夫です。ということで、ここまでお聞きくださりありがとうございました。Another week, another love story, and another me just being very salty towards people in love. But please come back again next week. Thank you! From the Nippon Hoso Podcast Station, this is the Anime English Club, hosted by me, Sao Yamaki. This episode was directed by Kensuke Yoshida and produced by Shiori Tanaka of Nippon Broadcasting System, Japan.